Hello. Hi. Welcome
Hi.
to Scrambled podcast.
Hello.
Should we greet every time?
I think so. I mean, I don't know. I've listened to both.
Okay.
I think so. We can give up on it later.
Okay. My name's Miguel.
My name's Nancy.
And that's all you're getting. So, let's go straight into things. Initial clip went out of the way. We talked about like the August 21st eclipse. Nancy listened to Emotion by Carly Rae Jepsen for the first time. Finally, after like a year of trying to get her to listen to it, she loved it.
Love is a strong word. I thought it was a good album.
It was a bop.
It
series of bops.
It definitely was a bop. It's like a feel-good album to listen to.
Were there bangers?
I'd have to listen to it again to confirm.
Okay. So it was a series of bops. Bangers are unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed.
Yeah.
I'll follow up on that. There was at least 2 bangers.
2 bangers.
There was at minimum 2
bangers.
bangers.
Do you remember Miley Ray Cyrus's thing, Bangers?
Yes.
Bangers.
I listened to it to this day.
Had a Z in it, right?
Yes. 2014 Nancy was all about bangers.
I don't doubt it.
She was all about it.
She was like, Miley's stepping out of her shell and not appropriating culture at all.
No, 100% she's actually.
Do you remember that one song she was on? Up in My J's.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh, who is this woman?
23, something like that.
Who the fuck is this girl?
I didn't understand 23. Was that just because it's Michael Jordan? He's like.
Michael Jordan's number was 23 on his jersey.
Oh. That's how in the loop I am when it comes to that.
Yeah, but.
Oh, J's.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
The world makes sense again.
It all makes sense in here.
I heard a rumor, and this is unconfirmed, and I know absolutely nothing about this, that they're making a live action Lion King, and James Earl Jones is going to be the voice of Mufasa again. And I want to start a petition, and I'll literally start a Google form for people to sign in the description below to get Jonathan Taylor Thomas to be the voice of Simba again.
My cat just laid down between us. She probably won't be there for long. She'll probably get to me.
Acknowledge me!
She just ran away.
So, do you know who Jonathan Taylor Thomas is?
No. I feel like I would explain him to me and I'll figure out who it is.
Home Improvement. Do you know that show?
Yeah. Keep going.
The cute one in Home Improvement. The middle child.
I wasn't big on Home Improvement.
Oh my God. See, this is the difference between you and me. I watch Home Improvement and I go to Home Depot to smell the wood, and you don't.
Don't.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It's in my recently searched watch.
I don't see it. You seem like a fake fan to me.
No, I showed him to
oh, you spelled his name wrong. Are you sure you're not a great fan?
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, he's ugly.
I just like his face. How dare you?
He's like 75% nose and bottom lip.
What that mouth do though? Yeah, he has big ears.
He does. He has little cute ears. He has nice ears.
That's what he.
Look at him
like.
now.
Whatever. I thought he was cute. Home Improvement.
Yeah, you thought.
Yeah. He was cuter than.
Oh, that's him in Home Improvement?
This is the other brothers. So our options were slim.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason why I didn't watch that show. Oh, wow.
When you watch
those haircuts.
Yeah,
though.
it was really 90s.
Those haircuts are tea.
So 90s.
Yeah.
Speaking of old TV shows, when are you going to watch Raven's Home? I'm not going to drop this.
Oh. When am I going to watch Raven's Home? I mean, I guess I can watch it tonight because I'm not working tomorrow.
Okay.
I guess I can just sit and watch
it. Literally, I just want you to watch the first episode because I know there's 3 episodes out now.
Is it funny?
It's just as funny. It's somewhat of an equivalent of That's So Raven. Did you like That's So Raven?
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay.
As a child.
Yeah. So you're going to have to understand that you've matured and that Disney Channel has not. So it's not going to be your demographic of humor or standards or quality.
Okay.
But I want you to just give it a chance. The first episode, just so you can get the premise of it, because I think it's an interesting premise, and I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm going to keep up with it. I'm going to try to keep up with it.
Oh.
I'm going to try.
Try.
I like that song.
The Aaliyah song?
No.
Dust yourself off and try again.
No. It's like Kobe Kelly. Like,
oh, fuck her.
Try. It's so cute.
The failed Taylor Swift?
She's not failed. She just has stage fright.
Kobe Kelly.
She has.
I listened to her when she was big on MySpace.
Is this you admitting that you're a hipster?
No, I just remember when she
What
blew
does that mean? I didn't hear her until she blew up, I guess.
I listened to her like right before she blew up, and it was like, I don't know, I just got like sick of her. I was like, who's this like turquoise bitch? Like, she just reminds me of like one of those old ladies that wears nothing but like silver and turquoise jewelry.
I'm from New Mexico.
She's one of those white girls that just tans orange.
Yeah, she definitely does.
You know what I mean? Or like it's nothing but freckles. She reminds me of like freckles and turquoise. Not favorable. But
smash that dislike button.
Smash that dislike button. Fuck her. I don't like Colby Collette. I'm not a fan.
I like her name, Kobe Calais.
She's one of
Kobe
those
Calais and Sarah Blablablas. I like them.
I can't even do it. Oh, that was funny.
They're all friends with Car Dickling.
Mouthwash.
This
Gurgle.
is the
Yeah.
Welcome to the English language. This is Nancy.
Yeah, all right. Could you imagine if you were
Today
Rosetta
we're-
Stone?
No, I can't.
That'd be so good.
Is there a drag name like Rosetta Stone?
I'll bet you there is. There's Amazon Prime. There's a Rosetta Stone.
There's Amazon Prime.
There's Amazon Prime.
Rose Etta Stone. I got scared that we weren't recording audio. And
Again.
I'm having I'm having post-traumatic stress disorder from it. Actual post-traumatic stress disorder diagnosed within the past 5 seconds.
PTSD, post-traumatic stress podcast disorder.
Yeah. I already have post-traumatic sand disorder.
PTPSD, post-traumatic podcast stress disorder.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That should have been the name of this podcast.
Damn it! Missed opportunity.
We
can name the
podcast.
episode.
Missed opportunity.
Guys, we have a
with
new
Miguel and
link.
Nancy.
The link to the new podcast is down below.
Fuck this channel. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
That'd be
That
funny.
should be a thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Stop. Okay.
I want to talk about something else now. I want to talk about a topic that's actually like a hot topic. Not related to The View or Wendy Williams.
Or the show or the store Hot Topic. I stole a lot of things from Hot Topic.
I never did. I was always so scared.
But like the last thing I stole from Hot Topic and I never wore and I regret to this day was, you know how people like stretch their earlobes?
Yeah.
I stole like a pair of winged earrings, like they look like angel wings or something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
That are fake. Those like they're the fake stretched ear ones because you know they're like thick and girthy
Yeah.
to go in the stretched earlobe. They're like regular earrings, but they look like the other ones, and so they had a back and they had a front. I stole a pair of those in 2014 in Hot Topic in LA, and I regret it because I've never worn them to this day because I'm just like.
Do you still have them?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a hoarder. I'm like.
You're just a hoarder.
I'm
Nancy.
a gateway hoarder. I'm an accumulator.
You have license plate at your house that aren't yours.
I bought license plates from a
eBay?
Goodwill store.
Goodwill.
From like the big bulk Goodwill where everything's like in a giant bucket.
There's like a proper name for that, isn't there?
It's like the Goodwill.
Factory outlet.
It's like the Goodwill outlet.
Goodwill outlet. That's what it's called. Goodwill
Yeah.
outlet.
And you
Yeah.
dig for stuff. I found a stack of license plates like yay big. And I was just like, I'll need these maybe. I have needed a license plate on set before and I didn't have one. And so we just had to
Money
like.
well spent.
Yeah, definitely. They were heavy, so they cost more because when you go to the Goodwill outlet, they weigh your stuff.
That's true. You pay by the pound.
But I think they charged it because I have
That's
so
a
many.
great drag name.
Pay by the pound. Yeah.
Pay by the pound with an E at the end. So it's French.
With an apostrophe. Pound A.
Like Beyonce with the little thing. Yeah.
Pay by the pound. That's like a hookah name.
It is.
That's
Ooh.
too literal.
Cake by the pound.
Cake by the pound.
Oh.
Yeah. But
That's
I do
a
have a
Beyonce
stack of
lyric.
license plates that aren't mine at my house.
Oh.
Because, you know, necessities, essentials.
Necessities. All right. So I want to talk about some gay news as of late.
Okay.
This isn't even my chancla. I just wanted like your thoughts and what you think
Yes,
about this.
100%.
It's bacon wrapped in horror.
I'm listening.
Horror wrapped in bacon. That's what it is.
Horror as in like scary?
Like not good wrapped in like bacon, meaning like what I'm going to talk about is good.
Okay.
So the bathroom bill in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah. That bill that essentially does not allow transgender individuals to use the bathroom of the gender identity that they associate with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, an excerpt from a letter sent to Texas Governor Greg Abbott about the bathroom bill that would affect transgender Texans was sent to him from senior executives of oil companies such as Chevron North America, BP, Centerpoint, ConocoPhillips, like big ass names in like Texas oil and gas.
Why are they talking about it?
So essentially, this is just an excerpt from it. And I quote, we support diversity and inclusion, and we believe that any such bill risks harming Texas's reputation and impacting the state's economic growth and ability to create new jobs. And that essentially means that with this bill, you are keeping transgender individuals from existing in public spaces. It got approved, but they're trying to like revisit it, to revise it and make it a little more like, I guess, light. But I mean, the fact that it exists in general is like kind of fucked up.
I figured it would be a thing in Texas that they would consider it again, but I just don't understand. And it might just be me needing to read a little bit more about it. I don't understand why these people are talking. These companies are talking. I understand that Texas is like a big oil state, but
yeah,
fracking babe, like what?
I think talking? Because they want them like their, I guess people, because you know Texas has a lot of people in oil. A lot of people from Texas are in like the oil and gas field. Yeah, which means you know if they make those kinds of statements, they want them to know, hey, we're not co-signing on the bullshit that you guys are putting through. I don't know.
Like, are they with it or are they against it?
They're against it. They don't want it to happen.
Oh, okay, so I misunderstood you. Wow.
I was like, that's it.
I know. I was just like, what's going on? Because I was just like, why are they even talking? Okay.
I don't understand like what revisiting it's gonna do. Probably just make it to where like if your gender identity that you have like prefer to be, you know, preferred pronouns are shown to be reflected on your ID. I guess they'll allow you to use the bathroom of your choice, but.
My question with that is just like, okay, so I completely misunderstood. I don't know if this is going to make the final cut or not, but I completely misunderstood everything that he said. And I was just like going ham. So they are against the bathroom bill in Texas.
That's why I said it's wrapped in horror. It's bacon.
Yeah.
The horror is wrapped in bacon.
Okay, now everything makes sense in the world. Okay, yeah. So that's actually really nice because like I think my main point was like their input has a lot of weight. Yeah. Either way that they go.
Especially in Texas. Yeah. Okay. So that makes so much more sense. Okay. Oh my God. I was like, what are you like? You're looking at me crazy. What am I saying? Do I not make sense? Because I feel like I make sense. Like, did you not make sense? Like, I don't understand. Okay. Okay. So that makes sense. So has he responded, the governor? He basically, his response to it was like someone from his office said, like, we're going to be revisiting the bill among other things. So they're going to make changes. They want to make changes to it, but those changes have yet to be seen. We don't know what those changes are going to be because they haven't revisited it yet.
My biggest question is just like, how are they going to monitor that? How are they going to like? I think it's all going to fall. Okay, I understand that it's going to be state legislation or whatever, but like it's all going to fall under private like companies, like just the same way as guns. Like Texas is an open
it's allowed, carry. But a lot of places aren't going to allow you to have it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like, they're going to say, in my establishment, if you fucking walk to a Starbucks and...
They're like, get the fuck out with that gun.
Yeah. Like, people will have, like, signage on the front of their stores saying, you can't bring this here.
Have you heard about the sword thing? That they're going to allow people to carry swords?
I heard talks about that.
I'm going to bring my machete to work.
I've heard talks about that, but very like surface level talks about that.
It's gonna be fucking stupid. I already know people are gonna be pulling stunts at Walmart, but because Walmart's one of those places where it's like a negative zone.
Walmart at midnight.
Walmart at 2 a.m.
We should have a story time.
We should podcast live from Walmart
at 2 a.m. They wouldn't say anything about it.
They wouldn't. Not if we just chilled out.
They're like, we're not getting paid enough to say anything to
We could post up in the furniture section because that would give us a platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can we bring some lights? Or just use their floodlights in their like automotive section?
That'd be we'd just be blue.
Yeah.
Just 2 blue Mexicans. Yeah. No, but yeah, I say all that to say that the bathroom bill in Texas basically keeps transgender people from existing in public places because if you don't feel comfortable going into a bathroom, if you're not legally allowed to go into a bathroom for the gender that you identify as, the only other choice is to go into the one that you were assigned at birth, and
you might not look like that.
Yeah, you may not be presenting that in physicality. So that's not. It's keeping people from existing. People can't have jobs. People can't go to the fucking bathroom if that bill like goes through the same way that it's been. If they don't revisit it and heavily edit it, it's going to affect a lot of lives. And these oil companies are essentially saying, like,
we ain't about that shit.
they're not about that fuck shit.
That bill is their chancla.
Yes.
Oh shit. I like that. That's really sweet, and I feel bad that I misunderstood completely.
That's okay. That's why I'm here. That's why there's two people here, to keep each other from derailing. I expect the same from you.
Yeah. So I started watching this show called Ozark with Jason Bateman.
Ozark.
And it gives me... did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Did I ever? No. Well, yeah, I watched the first season, and then I couldn't get into the second season.
Oh.
It was hard for me. It's a lot.
It is a lot. I think it's like 6 seasons long.
It's long.
7, something like that. It's pretty fucking long, but it's worth it for the ending. It's not like... Did you ever watch Dexter? Did you hear that dude from Dexter died?
The main character?
No, the black guy. No, that's not Dexter. Oh my god, it's from the vampire one that ended up having
True
fairies.
Blood.
True Blood.
Lafayette character.
Lafayette.
Yeah.
He passed away.
I
That made me so
know.
sad. I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch the show very much. I watched the first
I loved his
season.
character on the show. His character was very dynamic. He was electric.
Sassy as fuck.
I like the AIDS burger scene where he's like, if you come in this restaurant, all of the burgers gonna have AIDS. They come with lettuce, tomato, pickle, AIDS. Because someone sent their burger back for it because he said it had AIDS.
Because he served it to him?
Yeah.
Wow.
He saw him cooking it and he was like, this burger has AIDS. I don't want it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. If you don't want it with no AIDS, just ask. Like, beats the shit out of all 3 of his friends.
Wow.
Great show.
I think I watched like maybe like the first season or something like that. Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
It was a really good show. But then like some fuck shit stuff started happening. I started using that word so much since our last episode.
Good.
It's such a good word.
It is. It's a very good descriptor.
And it really is. It's such a good word. I love it. Fuck
because
shit.
it's like a verb, it's a noun, it's a pronoun. It's
Stop being a little fuck shit.
Like, it's everything.
Yeah.
It's fuck shit.
It's great. Trademark.
Have you tried fuck shit today?
Can we make a drink like
fuck
called
shit.
fuck shit? Do you have a chancla?
I do have a chancla.
Is it like a deep chancla or is it like a petty chancla? If you don't want to talk about it right now, we don't have to. But I kind of want to talk about mine only because...
No, talk about yours, then we can talk about mine.
Okay, so I have a petty la chancla.
Petty la chancla.
That's a good drag name.
Petty la chancla. That is... Way to go. Good job.
Yay! Positive affirmation. So La Chancla, today I had a Twitter rant over Miss Glam Life Guru.
I saw that.
Miss Tati Westbrook. Okay, so this is very much for those who are in the beauty community of YouTube and know the people and the faces and the places and the things.
Faces, places, and things.
Miss Glam Life Guru, aka Tati or Tati Westbrook.
Tati Westbrook. Tati, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. She had, I think it was her favorites or something like that. I don't know. She made a video where she was like, she brought up like the Beauty Killer and the Androgyny palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And she was just like, she gave a disclaimer for it because she knew that people were going to go ham just by mentioning his name or his product and his company. And they were just like, can we just like, let's just separate the personality from the product and let's talk about the product, which I appreciate because she acknowledges that
he could put out good shit. He just may be like a shit ass person. Yeah,
there's a connotation to the name, which if you don't want your name associated with something, don't name your brand your name. That just shows how much of an egotistical person you are. But anyways, let's set that aside. Let's just set that aside. But I was just like, that caught me. It didn't catch me off guard. It just caught me by surprise that she would even give that disclaimer, because there are YouTubers out there, seasoned YouTubers out there that have been on the platform for years that just stick to the makeup.
Yeah.
That don't say like if they're gonna use a product or not use a product, they'll say it on another platform and express their personal beliefs and ethics and whatever their reasoning behind it on their platform. But when it comes to the YouTube videos, it's the product and they're there to review the product.
Yeah.
And if they do go into it, they elaborate to an extent. So I just was disappointed. And the Twitter
rant...
Jackie
Aina.
Yeah.
She's not afraid to say that she won't be trying certain people's products on her channel anymore. And I kind of like that because it kind of lets you know like who's on your side, who isn't.
Yeah, that, and there's
like she likes ColourPop, but she dragged them with their concealer thing.
I saw that. Yeah. And she she didn't like drag them, but she did mention she's like, I would just like, for someone who's gonna give this many variations of a light tone, why wouldn't you do that with the dark skin? It's just like,
What's another 3 fucking like
Shades.
concealer shades to you?
Yeah, it's just like
Like YSL Beauty got dragged on Instagram. Did you see that?
mm-mm.
Their Instagram basically got like dragged for filth because they just recently unveiled their newest, I think it's a foundation, and all that happened was like the entire beauty community was like, why the fuck is there one black girl shade?
Damn.
There's literally
it was
like
tan.
there's 7 shades, and there's, I'm gonna say, one like deep tone skin color shade, and then the rest of them are like lighter than Brazilian, like they just insanely white.
Yeah.
Like
pale.
We can tell who YSL thinks they're gonna be selling their products to.
Yeah, that's true. And that's like some beauty brands not can get away with that because nowadays you more than likely will be called out for it, especially now that PR.
I feel bad for the girl in charge of the YSL Twitter and Instagram, honestly.
Yeah. And they can just that's the thing is like there's such a luxury brand that they don't even have to address it.
Nope, they didn't. They posted like 4 other photos after that.
Yeah, they don't have to address it because that's like a nameless company. It's like a nameless entity, like faceless.
There's no one that you can hold responsible for
Yeah,
it.
it's not like Jeffree Star Cosmetics where he's just like
where he's Jeffree Star, like you can pinpoint who is like making creative decisions.
Yeah, but like I put I want to read the Twitter rant. This is so funny.
I love that photo of Trisha Paytas.
I thought it was like James Mansfield. I put, why did I think this was James Mansfield and that one queen, which is Bob the Drag Queen? I put, whoops, sorry, James, or Trisha Paytas. Actually, never mind. It's a compliment either way. But I put.
She did look like James Mansfield in that fucking party dress.
Yeah. Oh, I on accident tweeted this whole rant on the Scrambled podcast.
I
Twitter.
knew if I gave you the password to that, you'd end up doing that at some point.
No, because I have to like link it to mine in order for me to not log out and log back in. I like switch
because it lets you toggle.
Yeah, it lets you toggle, and I didn't realize that I was on the Scrambled one, and I went off, and I was just like, I scrolled in it, and I was like, why is my timeline so short? And I was just like, oh no, and I just like deleted it. I was like, nobody's gonna see it, but still, I deleted it, and I had to like copy and paste it onto mine. It was so funny. I got so scared.
Funny.
I love Tati for unbiased quote unquote reviews, but when you dismiss and forgive problematic brands owned by friends and not others, really, girl. And
yeah,
I
that's
put
true. Because she doesn't use Too Faced on her channel anymore.
She doesn't mention Too Faced at all. I'm not gonna read it all.
No, she literally says like she bleeps out Too Faced now.
Yeah. So she rather use Makeup Revolution, which is like legitimately like a rip off brand of any given hyped cosmetic product.
Yeah.
Kat Von D, Too Faced,
good for them,
a bunch of other shit. Oh yeah, I love them. They're great.
They're like, hey guys, your faves like aren't keeping everyone else on a budget in check, so we're gonna do that for you.
Yeah, I have some of their stuff and it's great. And it's literally because I will not spend money on
a shade and light palette.
Yeah, for like $30. No, I just want
on a palette with 3 contours that you won't use.
Yeah, exactly. And so she rather use that and do a video on that than and like diss Too Faced throughout the entire thing and not mention them by name anymore or say out loud that she's not going to use their brand for what reason again? Like
exactly. She's picking and choosing.
Yeah, and then she'll turn around and use Jeffree Star Cosmetics and ask her million viewers to separate, consider.
And she's a grown ass bitch too.
Yes,
she's like not a 20-something-year-old.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, if you really do just want to talk about makeup, just talk about makeup and use Lime Crime and all these problematic
Post your pick
brands.
and go.
But like, if you're gonna if you really don't want to talk about it, just don't talk about it.
Yes.
And then people will talk shit about you behind your back anyways. But like, if you're gonna ask for your, not even saying that, oh, I'm a hypocrite and I'm gonna pick and choose, then that's my decision. Because I would do that when I still use Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Totally self-aware, and I'm not necessarily proud of it, but I like his product. I like the products that
if you see something you're like, you're not gonna keep yourself from like making an investment and just enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for the product that I want to use, and hopefully I'll like it when I get it. But I totally admit my hypocrisy when doing that, because if I turn around and talk shit about him being problematic and all this stuff, and then I turn around and give him and his company money, like that makes me a questionable character as well.
Yeah.
And I totally know that. I'm also a person that's gonna be like, oh my god, hunting wild animals, and I'll turn around and eat a fucking burger, you know? Or I'll swat a cockroach in my house and I'll turn around and eat fucking steak. Like,
Yeah.
what? So like the levels of hypocrisy fluctuate,
Yeah.
but you have to be aware of it.
She's self-aware.
Don't ask
She's
somebody
like
to I'm like an AI. But don't ask other people to pick and choose when you know that you're going to get shit just for even mentioning the product. Just say,
exactly.
I'd rather not talk about it, and I'm going to, guys, this is my channel. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. This is my friend, and this is why I'm biased.
Yeah.
You know?
For real.
That was my Twitter rant, and that's my La Chancla for this week, because she is a grown-ass woman, and she should know better.
She is a grown-ass bitch, and she does know better. She just doesn't care to act like it.
Yeah. It's just like, if you're going to be a hypocrite, be a hypocrite. Just wear it loud.
Admit that you're being a fucking hypocrite, and don't act like you're holier than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my chancla is about our friends. About your fellow coworkers, people that we know, people that we hang out with.
We personally know?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because people that I know from work have been doing this. And I know you see it and you roll your eyes. And it's annoyed the shit out of me because...
Is it the most?
It's kind of the most. But we'll talk about this.
Okay.
So, all of my friends on Facebook posting fake Facebook news. Without doing any research.
Oh, like clickbaity stuff?
No, like I have like these are like actual articles from like news sources that are not clickbait.
Huffington Post.
Like they're just like blatant lies.
Oh, wow.
Like that one someone posted, oh, if you type your ATM pin backwards, it'll call the authorities.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
If you're being mugged at an
Floating
ATM, put your pin in backwards and it'll call. That's not true at all.
Really?
And there's also one regarding bananas being injected with AIDS.
What?
That a friend of mine posted in all seriousness.
Is this a close friend or an acquaintance?
Someone that I was really close with actually until she got fired, and I don't know where the fuck she is, which is fine, but like, you have kids.
Oh god.
And I know for a fact she probably went into her fucking pantry and picked out her dolls and was like, nope, sorry girl, no bananas right now. They got AIDS.
They got AIDS? Like, in all seriousness.
Like someone there's
posted?
an article saying that like bananas in certain supermarkets.
Did she write? Okay, was this just shared or was it shared with a
It was
comment,
shared with
a
like,
caption?
oh my god, I can't believe somebody would do this.
Wow.
And I was like, you're too stupid to troll.
Oh, wow.
So this is serious. And it had like people being like the little angry face reaction.
Oh, reactions?
Yeah.
I said,
and I was like, I just posted it and I was like, why the fuck do you do the most like this? Why are you like this? Do you not just like Google for like 2 seconds before you actually like take this shit? Like, before you actually press share on this crap?
That's really bad. I've been victim to that too. And it is mostly an ignorance thing.
I know better now. I think I've always known better.
I just rather not share. Now I've come to the point where because it took the mercy of someone schooling me hard in my comments, and now I've become that person. I think I reposted or I shared something about like hunting, like wild, like exotic animals, wild animals, elephants, giraffes, lions, tigers, and bears. I think it was like last year, a year and a half ago, where this doctor had killed a lion. Shot a lion and posed with it, and people were just like, oh my god, a person that saves people killed this wild animal. It was so majestic, blah blah blah, like rest in peace, you know. And I posted it and I was just like, oh, this is kind of sad. I don't remember what my actual caption was, but it was probably along the lines of like, damn, that sucks, he sucks, he's a bad person. And she put like, well, actually hunting actually helps conservation, like funds conservation areas and actual wildlife, so it's kind of, it sucks but it's beneficial. And I was just like, what? I didn't know that. And then yesterday, during my lunch break, I actually saw a video that explained that. It's apparently like a tax on bullets and ammunition and guns that funds a lot of local wildlife conservation places. And I was just like, oh, I'm learning! Yeah. And it took...
So they have to feel somewhat bad when you see like a lion skin rug in someone's den.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that though, and I think it was just like me being ignorant in that regard, where I like posted something without looking into it, and like I look back on it and I'm just like, how the hell was I supposed to know that? I don't know how she found that out.
Because she probably was like, huh?
Because like, how do you make that connection? Like no, like what? But it's a thing, and it took her telling me, Nancy, no, you're wrong. Actually, this and this. I've done that with people about like police matters too, or Blue Lives Matter.
Oh, Fuck. Okay.
I've gone ham in their
They're
comment
the ones with the guns.
Okay. Yeah, I've said that. I've gone ham on some people's comments in regards to that, where they just mindlessly share. And these are like, that person in particular that I'm talking about was an educator, a teacher.
Oh my.
Yeah. For probably inner city children.
No, ma'am.
Where he went to an inner city school, and I was just like, you're not helping anybody.
That is not helping
by sharing
anyone.
by sharing this.
Truly not.
Yeah. And he responded to a certain extent, and then I was just like, can you actually just go to their website and see their mission statement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he just didn't reply.
Garbage.
So I DM'd him and I was just like,
you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
I DM'd him and then unfollowed him, so I didn't have to live with that stress in my life.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I have friends who literally just like don't believe me when I say this is fake. You know that, right? You're posting like something that's not true at all.
Do you think it's important to approach people that do that in a sensitive way, or do you
drag them?
Yeah.
It depends on the person. If it's someone who's like being completely asinine and putting their opinion on top of something like that, and it's like you took the time to think about it that much, but you didn't take the time to actually verify the content was like
true
tea, I'll drag them. But if it's someone who's just like, is this real? Is this even real life? You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind like being like, no girl, it's not, don't worry.
Because usually like if I take the troll side of it, like you can tell when I'm trolling. I try to make it as evident as possible. I try to steep down to the lowest common denominator and make it known that I'm trolling.
Speaking of trolling, I actually convinced a coworker a few days ago that you can't press the brakes on your vehicle while you're turning, and that's why you have to press them and slow down before you actually turn. And she believed me. She's
gonna die in a car crash.
She's over 50. She's been driving longer than I have.
I appreciate your chancla because that's something that has to be shared.
Yeah. So everyone out there posting fake news without actually verifying the tea gets la chancla from me this week.
And they also get my comments correcting them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really bad. I think it's a lot to do with just the times and people trying to be the first at something, like trying to be like the first to share something or break a story,
comment on the video.
And it's not even just the general public anymore. It's
everyone.
News. It's news outlets and journalistic outlets and papers and stuff like that, where they're gonna be the first one to either print a story on a newspaper or put a story online, and then they have to go back and make edits, and nobody looks after the first impact is made and people have clicked those first articles the first time. Nobody goes back to read the updates, and nobody goes back to read their Twitter corrections.
They don't
go
really
back
don't.
And so they've made this giant splash on the first impact, and then that's the impression that the general public has, and that's why a lot of people are actually misinformed. And it sucks because it keeps people ignorant to where they keep perpetuating wrong things, and it's just like, it's really, really fucking annoying.
It is. I hear you and I see you with that.
Yeah,
that is stupid.
And it's also just, it makes it hard for people that are past that are critical of news outlets and stuff like that. It makes it hard for them to find
credible news sources.
A credible news source.
Yeah.
And so you just like me, stop
You're just
watching
like,
the news.
I guess I'm just not gonna participate.
Yeah, and it makes
they're all up to fuck shit.
And it makes it worse because then you become.
There should be a counter for fuck shit.
I have a question. So, transferring from that, like, I've become the person, and I'm not proud to say this, where I just like ignore it and become. I keep in touch with the news to where I know about current events, but I don't dig in deep to where I know fucking people's names and all that stuff and like what the positions are. But I try to stay with the times.
Like the name of senators in France.
But I don't. I try to avoid the clickbaity stuff, and I try to get as neutral information as possible. But it makes, in arguments and discussions with friends and family and stuff like that, when I try to bring things up and I'm not, quote unquote, like the most educated or
it
well-versed.
Makes people dismiss you.
No. It makes me seem apathetic or uninvolved with the topic. For people that do stay with the times, that know the current events, whether they're false or accurate, it makes me seem like neutral. And people
don't hot takes.
People don't appreciate that. Like, people are just like, well, you're choosing the side of the oppressor if you're like neutral. And I'm just like, no,
I just don't know.
I just either don't know or I don't care.
Yeah.
And it makes like fanatics, like where there's like extreme feminist or extreme people in whatever topic, like they're just like, oh, you don't care and you're fake and you're phony. And I'm just like, no, extremism is bad too.
Exactly.
I don't want to like bombard, but like, how do you feel about that, and like how PC culture
about
has
being
kind
blissfully unaware?
That, or like people just being extreme and being like, I don't want to seem like I'm against like feminism or people being aware of certain issues existing, like race and stuff like that, or like racism and stuff like that, and on a systematic level. But like, how do you feel about people taking that to an extreme and being butthurt about everything?
Oh, okay.
Not just aware to the point of where like, oh, I am aware that this brand is not putting out this many shades, blah blah blah, but like to where someone will twist it and turn it and make it into something it's not, like, or
take it too far, make it like reach, essentially,
basically.
So I'm a lot with you in terms of like, I'm not the wokest bitch in the building, obviously, but I'm with you in the sense that I try to not absorb as much news as possible either, because of the fact that a lot of news sources lose credibility when they put in things like stupidly and assumptively, lazily, like when they give their opinion when they're just supposed to be delivering news. It's like, you're a news source, give us that and leave it up to us to make our decisions. I think it's important to have a decision. Yeah, I think it's important to have a decision, but
I don't even think it's important to have a decision.
Oh, okay.
I think not enough people say I don't know.
No, they don't.
And that's a problem.
I try my best to not say I don't know. I try my best when something's presented to me to ask questions, and if they don't have answers for me, then I tell them to fuck off.
Yeah, I can't help you then.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, if you don't have like the balls to like give me actual answers and like let me like probe on this and figure out how I feel about it, then you don't get to talk to me about it. And if you give me your opinion, you can fuck all the way off, because that's not what I asked for.
Yeah.
You asked me for mine. I didn't ask you for yours.
Yeah.
You want to know about me. So that's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Is that fair?
Yeah.
I can't snap right. Like, maybe it's just because my hands are fat. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Do you snap with this thumb or this?
What do you snap with?
With the second finger, the fuck you finger.
I didn't know you snap. Like, people could snap otherwise. It's gross.
There's all kinds of people out there.
I thought that was one thing that everyone was universally like sound on.
What finger do you snap on? Oh yeah, just like, yeah, I think not enough people are willing to admit that they don't know something. And,
I am.
And I think it only, again, perpetuates misinformation, and that's on every single level, politically, socially, religiously, all that. Like, people don't, like, they don't have suspension of disbelief, and I think that's why I disassociate with some of those topics sometimes, like religious, and I'm just like, or like religion, and I'm just like, you guys can't explain a lot of the shit that you're doing or saying or believing, and I'm not down with that. So I'm gonna go over here, and y'all can do whatever you want. You should pay taxes on your property.
Have fun with the little like beliefs.
Yeah. And I try to be respectful of that, and as much as possible.
If I'm respectful of it until someone asks me what I think of it, and then I'm letting my balls hang out. Honestly, like, it's like, okay,
yeah.
Mikhail, do you believe? Well, I'd like to, but
I'm respectful of it until someone is not respectful of my stance on not agreeing on what they believe or not believing what they believe. Once you tell me what to think, I have a problem with you.
Yeah, and that's, again, goes to when you say I don't know, and people like say like, oh, well, you know what you're saying, like people who
it's
turn things. Yeah.
You won't know until you feel it. I was like, that applies maybe to parenting.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And just in terms of like what you were talking about in terms of like news, it has a lot to do with why people prefer to just not know or not have an opinion on it. Is because of the fact that when you don't have an opinion on it, someone gives you theirs and they also tell you why you're a horrible person. Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm never giving you a hot take ever again. You know what I mean? That makes sense though, right?
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's a shame-based operation. Like religion.
Oh my God. You said the word shame, and there was something that I want to pick up. I haven't even looked at my notes. I'm not even, whatever. That's
You're out here.
I'm just out here being scrambled. You said shame, and have you seen that post that Hilary Duff posted with her holding her baby in a swimsuit?
What? No.
Okay. So
Please
I
show it to me.
screenshotted it. I'm going to
Thank
show it
God.
to you, and
Does she
then I'm
look-
going to read it to
Is
you.
she slim thick in it?
She had some words.
Would you describe
For
Iggy
some
Azalea as
people.
thin slick? Slim thick?
Slim thick?
Thin slick.
She just has like a skinny waist.
That's slim thick, right?
I don't know. She has a fat ass and a skinny waist. Is that what that means?
I don't know.
I am shaped like a ruler.
I saw a video of Tana Mojo. That's like her thing where she's like, I'm
Oh.
slim thick. I look so slim thick. I think she's joking because
Who
she's super
is
skinny.
Tana Mongeau?
She got famous for saying the N-word on like a live stream or something, and then like ever since then she's just been like, I am trash. I'm not even kidding.
I know that
And she's on like something with Joey
She's-
Graceffa.
she's a vegan, right? Or a vegetarian? Or was? at
I've
some
never
point?
seen her eat, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I like watching. Honestly, she's funny.
She came on my radar because I was making fun of this vegan called something Banana Woman or something shit like that.
Oh yeah, she does talk about Frilly the Banana Girl.
Freely the banana, yeah, Freely the Banana Girl.
Yeah.
She
Imagine being known as the Banana Girl.
I'm not gonna talk about that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but like she Freely the Banana Girl talked about Jenna, which I love, and anybody who talks about Jenna is on my radar. And so
she was on a podcast, I think.
that too. She talked about Jenna like being a flip-flop vegan. And then Jenna brought Freely onto the podcast, and I watched some of Freely's videos just to get familiar with her, and she was talking a lot about Tana Mojo.
Maja. She has like some
Maja.
French Canadian ass.
And
last
then
name.
I saw Elijah Daniel talking about her, or being with her, or something like that.
Leslie Daniel is in everyone's business, so good for him. So is Christine, which good for her. They're funny. They're actually in Tana Mojo's videos a lot.
Oh yeah, I saw them hanging out at VidCon,
Yeah, but I think
but I
Okay.
haven't seen any of her videos.
Tana Mojo, she's actually kind of funny.
Really?
She's like a hyper real version of like Christine and Elijah's videos.
Interesting.
Like
I should
they're all
check out.
clickbaity, but they're kind of true.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I will see. Oh, so speaking of shame, which is a weird transition, but Hilary Duff posted a picture, and she posted, more importantly, a caption. So she was in a really cute like plaid checkered bathing suit on the beach with her kid, and she put people were, I guess, going at her because humans have cellulite and bodies.
Because she has a fucking body after a baby.
Yeah, and so
She's existing.
she's been having a body after a baby because her
Yeah.
baby's like 5 or something like that, or her kid's like 5, and she put, I'm posting this on behalf of young girls, women, and mothers of all ages.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
enjoying a vacation with my son after a long season, because she's on a very popular show, of shooting and being away from him for weeks at a time over those months. Since websites and magazines love to share quote unquote celeb flaws, well, I have them. My body has given me the greatest gift of my life. Luca, 5 years ago.
That's a
I'm
great way
turning
of putting
30.
it.
Yeah, so well spoken. I'm turning 30 in September, and my body is healthy and gets me where I need to go. Ladies, be proud of what we've got, and stop wasting precious time in the day wishing you were different, better, and unflawed. You guys, you know who you are, already know how to ruin a good time, and now you're body shamers as well. Kiss my ass.
Oh, good
With
for
the peace
her.
hand emoji.
I love her.
She's so great.
I live for that bitch. Honestly, go the fuck off, Hillary. Go the fuck off, sis. Thank you so much. As somebody who has 3 sisters and knows what goes on in terms of like, you know,
Yeah.
women and body image issues as growing up, like as a gay man,
Yeah.
I understand completely where she's
Yeah.
coming from with that. And go the fuck off. Again, sis, go off. I cannot. I live for that. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah, I just love that that it was so well spoken.
Excuse me for having a good fat ass time with my son.
And she has a beautiful body.
She's fucking gorgeous. Have you seen that video of her in that like dusty pink like bodycon dress with her hair? Like she has like half it down, half of it in a bun. And she's just like walking around outside in LA, downtown LA. And I'm like,
Oh, I've seen pictures of, I haven't seen the video, but I've seen
she has
pictures of
such a
that.
nice butt. Good for her.
Yes, she does.
She works out.
Yes, she does. And I'm just like, dude, I'm 5'5", weigh 120 pounds. My BMI is like, I don't know what the fuck. I'm like 5 pounds overweight, technically. And I have cellulite everywhere.
Same.
It's just like it's not a skinny fat thing. It's not a skinny or a fat thing. It's
Yeah.
like everybody can have cellulite. do you know what cellulite is?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was like a variation of
Bodybuilders have cellulite.
Yeah, it's just like
bodybuilders have stretch marks too, bitch.
It's like, oh my god, let's not even talk about this. But this is like the picture. It was like her holding the kid.
That's it.
This is the picture that she captioned.
That is what. Fuck them. She looks great.
I know.
She looks so cute. That's a cute bathing suit.
It is a cute bathing suit.
Good for her. Is that her son?
Caption. Yeah.
Oh, good for her. Well, fuck
but
them.
I think even in the way that she defended herself, she was still kind of like defensive.
She's so eloquent. She's eloquent as fuck.
Eloquent and eloquent. I think even then, I think she was still kind of defensive in her like caption where she was like, I'm healthy and my body needs to gets me where I go. Like she's still kind of like addressing, like she even said like we all have flaws, or like I have like since websites and magazines love to share celeb flaws, well I have them. It's like, no. Yeah. You don't have to be defensive of that because people are unsolicitedly critical of women's body for whatever the fuck reason they feel they have the justification to do that. It's like you don't even have to address that. I'm glad that she did, because she said in the beginning, like, this is for women, girls, mothers, whatever. Like, she's giving them a message. It's mostly for them. It's not for the people criticizing her, but it's just like, you don't have to say or admit that you have any sort of flaws in order to be like, I think my body is just fine. In order to be
like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain yourself, sis. That's fine.
Yeah. Which fine. I think it's like too deep to her probably to think about it as far as like writing something like this, and like knowing that a lot of people are going to see it and knowing that a lot of people are going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I think still that stems from some sort of
insecurity. It's really cool though that that's probably going to get more sound waves than the actual photo set itself. You know what I mean? When
I screenshot it, I didn't even I had to look up the picture. I didn't screenshot the picture. I screenshotted the caption.
Go off hills. I still live for you, bitch. Thanks.
Yeah. I loved that. That was my like pro of my peak of the week.
That peak of the week. That's cute. I like that.
We can make that a thing, like positive thing. Chancla can be like the someone needs an ass whooping, and then peak of the week.
No, can we circle
the top
back?
Of the titty?
Yeah, can we circle back around to something like, I'm not gonna even say it's trans related, but it's like something that I experienced yesterday while picking up my Mongolian beef at Bamboo Garden.
What is Bamboo Garden? First of all, what is Bamboo Garden? Because I've been mourning the loss of Genghis Grill since they left a few months ago.
And I need Bamboo Garden. It's trash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's whack. I don't understand why this person was eating there. But actually, I do.
Why do you eat there?
I've lost, the place that I used to go, Saigon Kitchen. I've lost Saigon Kitchen as like my Chinese Vietnamese.
So we're both settling.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm just trying out different places. I'd like a China Hill though. They're good. But anyways, to circle back around to my visit there, order food. Let me give you the scenario. You know, I like context.
Set the scene.
I'm gonna set the scene. I order food in my car after the gym because that's what I do, and I go over and I pick it up, and they're like, "Oh, well, your food's not done yet. You can check out when it's finished."
Blaspheme.
Fine, I got there a little early, to be honest, but not the issue.
I'm inconvenienced.
Yeah, not the issue. I was like, oh, okay, and like I said, I just left the gym. I was like covered in sweat, and like right here, I get itchy if I get like dried up sweat there. I don't know why. I just have sensitive. I'm just like, my body's fucked up, but I
can't go out in the sun.
Essentially, and I go to the bathroom and wash my face because I'm nasty and I feel gross. So I wash my face off. I wash my neck off a little bit, and I dry myself off. And like in the midst of this, a guy walks into the bathroom, and as me having like long hair and like a round face, I always get mistaken for a woman. You've been around me when that happens.
Yeah.
So it happens pretty often. And
you got big lips. They juicy. I'm jealous.
Finish washing my face off, drying my face off. This guy walks in. Said guy walks in and says, "Oh, sorry." And he walks out, and I have to stop him and be like, "You're in the right bathroom." I told him that. I was like, "You're in the right bathroom," but I don't stop what I'm doing because I'm just fucking used to it at this point.
Yeah.
So I tell him that. He's like, "Oh, okay, well, sorry to make things weird." And I'm like, "You're fine. It happens all the time." So I like finish drying my face off, and I go, wait for my food, which still isn't finished yet. Mm-hmm. Why isn't it finished yet at this point? Like in my head, I'm like, oh,
I took a shower
because it's like I'm in this public place now where this person has like misgendered me already.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to get out of here now. Like I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And because I just have social anxiety like that. But he comes out of the bathroom and he's, with my luck, he's sitting right behind me,
Of course.
right next to the checkout counter,
Serendipitous.
drinking a glass of wine. And he looks at me and he's like, "Hey, sorry about that, man. It's just, thought you were a woman." And I was like, "That's not like an apology, but okay." Like, it's fine.
Are you that like lost in your life and navigating blindly that you thought you were in the wrong restroom?
Yeah.
Or I was in the wrong restroom?
Yeah. I was like, just look for a urinal. You know if you're in the right one or not.
Yeah,
But
basically.
anyways, he tells me that, and I'm like, it's fine. It happens all the time. He's like, it happens all the time, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, wow. Are you transgendered?
Are you one of those
Trans? Yeah, he asked me that, and in my head, I'm just like, what the fuck am I about to tell this old man? Because he's like an older man. He's in his 60s, 70s at the very least, and he's basically just out here acting fucking stupid, being like, hey, what the fuck is between your legs? Basically. That's essentially what he asked me, right?
Yeah.
Because I like got pissed off. I was like, why is he asking me this question? Like, we're in the same bathroom, and that automatically entitles you to like know what's going on. Is that
any of your business?
Yeah. And I didn't say yes or no. I said, I literally have long hair. That's it.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me like, oh, well, I mean, like, don't let me tell you how to live your life. Blah, 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 man. That's all.
Believe me.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so if you're already gendering me as a man after, like, I've corrected you, there's no reason for us to have this conversation. Like, if I was trans, that's not a conversation you get to have with me. You're not entitled to that. Yeah. So he sits down and he keeps fucking talking to me.
Really?
Yes. He won't.
Wait, so he wasn't at a table?
He was at the table right behind me.
Oh.
I couldn't get away. He was already there. He was there before I was. So
you're just like, I'm not leaving this place without my food. You need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, literally. I was just trying to read like whatever was left of the Statesman. But he keeps talking to me. He's like, man, it's so weird. It's kind of freaky. And I'm just like, I don't hear an apology. I hear negative apologies right now. Yeah. I'm like in the apologies right now. Like, I don't understand what you're getting at, but it needs to stop. And he just keeps going for about 5 more minutes, and then he finally gets to that point. He's like one of those old people that just keeps talking.
Was he just by himself?
He was by himself.
Oh, okay.
And I wish to fucking God that he wasn't.
Yeah.
But I understand why he's by himself. Because he's talking. He just never fucking stops talking.
Because he's fucky.
He's fucky. He's fuck shit. And he just keeps talking. And finally I get to check out my food and I leave. But oh my God, what a stressful experience.
That's really fucking annoying.
It was fucking rude. And like, I think you've seen it in a few places where I get called ma'am or miss, or we're called ladies. Like, they just will hear me and be like, oh, that's my bad. Hopefully they didn't hear it. Maybe I should just call him sir from now on.
Yeah, or they'll just not address it. I've seen you not address it before, and I'm just like,
because I don't like having that conversation.
Yeah.
The conversation that I had in that Chinese restaurant is a conversation that happens every single time.
It's so cringy, and like if I were there, I'd be like despising it.
Yeah.
So I can just imagine how that happened, like how you would like feel like having that on a regular basis. It's just like,
it's like I'm living part of the trans experience, and I don't even identify as trans.
Yeah.
I know I'm a man. I have a penis, and that's like what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Thank God. But like, I can only imagine what a trans person would go through doing shit like that all the time. Someone
who doesn't want to transition or doesn't want to project femininity, because that's that like I'm a heterosexual woman, and
cis with a C, and
like I was very much a tomboy compared to what my sisters were like. I've never been hyper feminine.
Yeah.
As hyper feminine as it gets is like me liking makeup, and that's it. Oh. That's really it. And it's mostly because I just like colors and I like to paint.
But that's because you're a real woman and you have nothing to prove.
Exactly. And so like people will it doesn't go as far as like misgendering me, but people will still try to force femininity on me, and I'm just like, dude, I'm already straight. You need to not push it, because I'm already on the edge, boy.
Don't make me go queer.
Don't make me emotionally, and that's the last thing you need.
But that happened, and that was really fucking stupid.
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that people
think
people
that
always
they're try
entitled.
to like infringe their thoughts on you. Like, even if they know that you don't want it. I've had a woman tell me, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a woman. You're just like, you just look so much like a woman. And it's like,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Has anyone ever like hyper apologized to you about misgendering you? Which one, like, if you had to give or take or choose one, would you rather someone reverse, like, would you rather someone like say, oh, I'm sorry, you look that way. Like, I'm sorry for my mistake. Like
I'd rather someone
apologize?
hyper apologize.
Okay.
Because that's someone admitting their mistake and trying to see, like, let you know sincerely how they feel about it. It's still a very selfish thing to be like hyper apologizing for something that like you can just say sorry for and let that person process it on their own. But
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's a preference other than someone like infringing their ideas about gender identity on me.
Yeah.
Because it's like none of your like my existing in this realm is none of your fucking business.
Yeah.
And how about you mind some? Like, oh my God.
And the thing is, like, I think in defense of those people, it kind of harps on like the conversation that we had before, where it's just like sometimes it is honest mistakes and ignorance.
Yeah.
It's like that perfect mix of that.
Yeah.
But it's also just like the problem is that people feel entitled to further their understanding or entitled to input into the conversation or
when they have nothing to do with it,
project their opinion about it.
Yeah.
When literally have nothing to do about it, because it's
I want to be part of the conversation because I'm cis.
Yeah,
because I'm what you're trying to present.
And it happens a lot with allies too.
Yeah, it does.
It's so annoying.
I have an ally.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Wait, they did that? Or
there have been a couple times where like they really try to like get my they're one of those people where they'll ask for your opinion on something, and if you don't have one they'll shame you for it. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. And I mean, like, she means well most of the time, but some of the time she gets real like in herself about that.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's ugly, because you have to like
can be, yeah. It's
and
very ugly.
It goes back to that, like, admitting you don't know. It's also just admitting that you're never going to understand another person's experience.
Yeah. But
and that transcends past sexuality and gender, like to topics of race and stuff like that. It's just like you can't, as a person who's not in that experience, you can't. Yes, you can have input. You're entitled to your input. You're entitled to your opinion and blah 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 blah. People are 100% entitled to clap back at you and tell you that you're wrong and that you don't understand, and you can't get offended for it because you don't understand, and you haven't walked a mile or 10 miles or a lifetime in their shoes and their skin. So you need to. It's more important for you to listen to further understanding than it is for you to input.
Sis, who you telling?
Yeah, it's just like as someone who like I'm a person who likes to think maybe in my own delusion that I care about LGBTQA race and all this stuff, and understanding my further understanding my like what the discussion is, but I absolutely do not have to be a part of that an active part of that discussion.
Yeah, you know your place on that spectrum
because I don't understand.
Yeah,
and this is coming from a minority.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. You know what, I to like branch off of this only like this
slightly
much because it's scrambled and there's something that I'm grasping onto right now. Have you ever heard of virtue signaling? No.
Ugh, that sounds fake as fuck.
It's not. So virtue signaling is what you call it. You know that scene in Get Out where he's like, I would have voted for Obama a third time.
Oh yes,
that's virtue signaling.
Oh,
there's a word for it. That's a descriptor.
Interesting.
So that type of situation where you're trying to let someone know where you lie to get in their good graces, that's virtue signaling.
Or to just like make it seem like you get it.
Yeah. Girl, I get it. I'm with you on that.
I feel like I've probably been, like, I've done that.
Like, guilty of it. Yeah. I mean, I think we all have in the process of getting a little more woke in our lives. We've probably all fallen subject to virtue signaling or on the receiving or.
And I think that's like a lazy way of communicating, where it's just like, I'm not going to say the thing, I'm going to say the thing around the thing to communicate the thing. And I think a lot of people need to get the fuck over it. I think communication in general sucks ass in truly in this beautiful first world country that we're in. I think a lot of people, especially newer generations, where like last episode we talked about relationships and dating and the introduction into meeting somebody. I think communication lacks in that regard, and in just any social aspect where you're meeting a new person or getting acquainted with somebody, where you're trying to feel out where they're at and where you're at in the scope of that. Communication just needs to be more straightforward, and people need to be less afraid. And I think like we work in a very corporate structure, and they tell us to not talk about certain topics, and it's fucking impossible for us to, especially in such
because once you get to know somebody, you want to make sure you actually like them.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
And not just that. It's like you're with them every single day, sitting next to them in
Something's bound to come up.
In close quarters. It is bound to happen.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a relationship or a friendship outside of work, you want to know the quality of person that they are. And so like you can't
Definitely.
Virtual what was it? Virtue signaling?
Virtue signaling. Yes.
I always when you said that, I pictured someone like on their balcony with like a mirror kind of just like shifting it in the light. You can't like tiptoe around topics that matter.
Yeah, no.
To you and see if they matter to them.
Yeah, it's true.
I think you should just say the thing.
Yeah, it's like when someone tells you something that they think is interesting and they look at you and wait for you to react.
And they're like
yeah.
Like waiting.
It's part of the signaling process.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. I didn't know that.
How'd you learn about that?
I learned about it from the read.
Oh, okay.
I was listening to the read and they used the term virtue signaling.
I think that's interesting and I'm glad it has a name.
Yeah, me too. I don't know where I put my phone. Oh, there it is. There she blows.
Was there, you mentioned that you had another like side topic. Did we have it already? I'm drawing a blank.
No,
I'm grasping at straws.
We talked about all of mine.
Ooh.
Wait, I have a question for you. Have you tried the new it's totally not related to anything we've talked about yet. I went to the MAC counter and I bought my stippling brush that's like super fucking huge.
It is huge. I want it.
It's nice. It was like $45. It was an investment and it shed the first time I used it.
I don't want it.
Yeah, it was like everything you don't want in like a makeup brush.
Do you use it with powder or creams?
I've used it with creams, but not a powder. I bet it would work wonderfully with powder though. I bet you could like really diffuse bronzer with that. Yeah. I've thought about doing it, but I just haven't done it.
You should use it with your butter bronzer.
I should.
After you like wash it for the first time.
Yeah.
Because you use your creams. What creams do you use it with? What?
Oh, okay. So I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
So I bought that brush and that's all I wanted. And the girl, you know how people are at like fucking Dillard's
yeah,
counters.
they try to upsell you.
Yeah. So she's like, well, she didn't even try to upsell me. She was like, I have some stuff for you to try it with. And I was like, what? She was like, just hang on. So she like walks me around. She's like, you're an NC 30? And I was like, oh, okay. She just like knew. She took one fucking look at me, Nancy, and said, that's an NC 30, bitch.
You're at least, I'm like at least an NC 27. And you're like at least an NC 27 or an NC 30. Like in between.
She took one look at me and was like, NC 30, that's you. And then she put it on me and was like,
don't label me.
She put it on me and she did that really girly thing where she was like, I knew it. You know what I mean? Like just like that Sephora employee, MAC employee, just like
where she had that her
very self-satisfactory.
Yeah.
Like it was very much like that. But she gave me two foundations. She gave me the Studio Sculpt foundation, the one that comes in like a little tube, and then she also let me try the new MAC Water Weight foundation.
I heard that one was good. They got rid of their aqua something.
Yeah, they replaced it with that. I don't like it.
Really?
No.
Did you buy it?
No, they gave me a sample and I hate it.
Really?
It's super runny. It like.
You should mix it with a moisturizer.
But like,
I have an Elf serum one that's really watery, and a hard candy one that's kind of like the what is that thing? Like the dropper thing where you're supposed to mix it with something. And the serum one, it was fucking runny, liquidy, and patchy and gross. It looked like my skin was flaking off. It was bad. The first time I wore it, I was like, let me just slap it on while I'm driving. And it was so bad because I was in the natural light. It was so bad. But I mix it with like an Aveeno moisturizer with SPF and it looks okay. It just thickens it. It's like the flour to your soup or your sauce.
I don't know. I just don't like it because it's super messy. I have trouble using it, and on top of all of that, like it doesn't give you barely much any coverage.
Yeah.
Like it's like not even light coverage. It's like
nothing.
It's like their skin's just like
their skin's all right.
It looks like there's like more skin on your skin.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
That's very true. That's very true.
There's like it cannot cover blemishes, not even scarring.
Or like redness.
Like redness is there.
Yeah.
Like it's just like why. It's like $45.
See, that's why I buy drugstore stuff because I don't even fuck with none of that because it's like the same quality or sometimes worse, and I'm not gonna invest $45 for something that.
I still love my Makeup Forever HD. That's really good.
Yeah.
That one, it like lets your skin. It doesn't feel like you're wearing fucking foundation. I love it.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're wearing foundation, but the L'Oreal Pro Matte. Is it L'Oreal or Maybelline? L'Oreal Pro Matte. That one's really good. I use it on my T-zone.
I have that one, but it makes me look gray.
Really?
I think it just looks grayer. It's more a neutral color than all of my other foundations because literally all of my other foundations make me look either yellow or pink. And I think that one's neutral, and I'm just like scared of it. Because I have the L'Oreal cushion and the True
How
Blend.
are the cushions? I feel like there's such a like a.
There's hardly anything in there, but it's great. my cushion ran out a long time ago, so now I just pump actual foundation into whatever foundation I want to. I've put in the Pro Mat in the sponge, and I've flipped the sponge over and put it on top and just go at it with a stippling thing. The sponge on it was great, but the back of it started flaking off.
Does it make the foundation transfer easily, or
it makes it go on really, really light? So that's what I like, because
gives you like the ability to do light to medium coverage.
Yeah.
With the Pro Mat?
Well, that's the thing.
Like, that's just like
I
paint, bro.
I always mix it. That's the thing. I've never used it all over my face, so I mix it. So I'll put a dollop of the Pro Mat, some of the True Blend.
Oh, you like actually like get in there with it. You're like an actual like makeup person.
No, because I don't. The thing is, like, I don't know what color it's gonna come out. So I just try to put an equal amount of every color and just be like, if I look gray, I look gray. That's great today.
It's great today. Girls Gone. What's that one AFI song? Girls Gone Gray.
Gone Gray.
What follows?
Yeah, I used to love that song.
I live for that song. I love that song.
I know what I'm listening to on
the Havoc Brothers.
Yeah.
We'll swallow. Yeah, I love that song. Don't laugh at me. I love that song.
We're bonding right now. No, I'm laughing at us because we agree, because we both love that song.
I love it.
No, I haven't used that foundation all over my face. I'm actually kind of scared that I will look gray, because there was one time that I went to the beach somewhere, I don't know where the fuck, and I tanned gray, and I thought I was an alien.
Like, you tanned gray?
I think it was just overcast, but we were out in the sun for a really long time, and I was wearing cut off skin tight jeans that were like fucking body hugging, and when I lifted my jeans up to look at the damage of the tan, I was like hyper white and like gray, and I don't know if it was just like, you know, like that weird blue and
white hot.
That weird blue and black dress that everybody had controversy over because some people were singing in white. Okay, so I think it was that. I think it was like a weird situation where the sun and the overcastness was making my skin look gray.
I can make you laugh real quick if you'd like about that.
Sure.
I mean, it's a beach related story. I went to the beach once, and I don't know what happened. But at one point or another, I got seaweed on my dick, and I got to the what is that called? Like, we got back to the hotel,
Sushi
and
roll.
I know, right? And so I saw it in the mirror, and I looked down at it, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because I like couldn't recognize it at first.
You thought it was your dick?
I thought like something was wrong with my dick. I thought the ocean poisoned my dick, and I had to call I called my mom, and she was like, "Get your dad." So I called my dad, and he like looked at it, and he took the seaweed off of my wiener, and he was like,
"How old
Becky,
are you?
What the fuck is your problem?"
How old are you?
I was like 6 or 7.
Okay.
I was young.
Okay.
I was.
But you didn't even touch it.
21.
You didn't. You didn't. But
No.
you didn't even touch it. You're like, I'm not touching that. I'm gonna get infected.
Yeah, I was like, I was scared. I was like, what if my wiener falls off? Like, I didn't know. I was little, and yeah. I just wanted to share a beach story with you since we were sharing beach stories.
Have you ever had sex on the beach?
I've ever gone to the beach with my family?
Okay, I don't want to know. Never mind. What's it called? Do you ever want to have sex on the beach? I don't.
No,
because you're gonna get sand places, and I'm not about that fantasy.
I have a friend.
I have post-traumatic sand disorder.
No, I know a girl who knows a guy who had sex with his girlfriend on the beach, and he got sand in his girlfriend's vagina.
Yeah, I bet.
So the following summer, whenever they'd hang out, they called him Sandman in front of his girlfriend. And she didn't know what was going on, but everyone else did, and they'd always freak out and laugh.
He told his bros, "Fuck that guy.
They were
Divorce,
like, Sandman,
prenup."
What's up, Sandman? And like, I thank God that they're married now, I think.
Yeah, you want to keep that guy close to you. You don't want him telling that story to anybody else. I'd be like, "Bitch, you're trapped. You put sand in my pussy. You're staying here
Sand in
forever,
my
and
pussy.
you're not telling anybody."
Sand in my pussy.
That's the
I
name.
want my sand in my sand in my sand. So we're a little over.
Yeah, we can do a recap because that's a sweet place
All
to
right.
end.
So, am I doing the recap?
Yes, because I think you have a better memory than I do.
All right. So,
I don't know I don't remember what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it.
So, guys, that's gonna be it for us this week.
Thank you so much for listening. What the hell did we talk about again?
Just to recap, we talked about some trans issues. Texas is still fucking shitty, and there's still work to be done. Greg Abbott needs to get his shit together.
I used to legitimately think that Greg Abbott was that same guy that sells cars in the commercials.
No,
Steve, whatever.
Not the same hero.
Yeah.
Not the same unsung hero.
Yeah.
So Greg Abbott needs to get his shit together with, the state of Texas. Oil companies are really cool.
Apparently.
And they're really doing the most out here.
Yeah.
Trans rights. Let them happen. What else did we talk about?
They exist. Let them.
Trans people exist, and they deserve to exist in public spaces. Fuck you if you don't think that. And
we talked about a lot. Oh, we talked about Carly Rae Jepsen and the album.
Nancy listened to Carly Rae Jepsen's album, and she fucking liked it. Good for her. Welcome to 2015. And along with that, I mean, 2016, honestly. It came out in 16, I think.
Okay.
No, 2015.
No, 2015. Yeah.
Just late.
Tardy to the party.
On top of that, virtue signaling is fuck shit, don't do it. Google it, because I'm not going to give you that definition over again if you didn't watch the whole episode. And don't get sand in your vagina.
Don't fuck on the beach.
Don't fuck on the beach. That's stupid. That's nasty.
Don't fuck on
That's
the
gonna
beach.
fuck up your pH levels, girl.
Yep.
Yeah. What else?
Use summer's eve.
Seaweed on your dick is scary. And my cat's still here.
He didn't make an appearance today. Or
She did.
Fuck. God damn.
You always do that.
I'll learn one day.
Nancy still misgenders my cat.
But I didn't talk about anal until just now.
She talked about fucking, and we can only assume it's anal at this point. Go back to our gal. That's fine.
Oh my god.
Back door.
Get Jonathan Taylor Thomas to play the voice of Simba.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas is ugly now.
I think he was ugly then, and I think I just didn't have very many options.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor Thomas is ugly now, and I guess I will watch Raven's Home.
That's a step forward.
I guess.
I accept that.
So, that's as much as I can remember right now as a hot take. And
hot take. That sounds like you just took a big steamy
Shit.
dump.
I know.
Hot take.
Hot takes.
So is that going to be a thing? Peak of the week?
Peak of the week. I like peak of the week. We should try it. We should
Tip of
keep
the
it up.
titty, peak of the week.
Tip of the titty, peak of the week. Yeah, we can try it out. Let's see how it goes.
We gotta go.
We have to go.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you for watching.
And I'm proud of myself for not talking about anal. Bye.
Bye.